What's going on, guys? Welcome to TBG Reacts and the Blondie Gaming, because I'm uploading these on 2 channels, so you can go check them out. Today we're actually going to be reacting to Share My Story. They're like these animator guys, you know, blah blah blah. That I thought
the final bell rang, and
I hid in my basement for a few weeks after I googled myself.
Simultaneously closed our books and started clearing our desks as raucous laughter echoed through the halls.
Just imagine being that person in the back, like, and then it's like, oh yeah, right up to the camera, oh yeah. Oh god. Oh wait, you can't see it. Oh shoot. Okay. Where can I hit it up? You know, I'm gonna put my face cam. I'm gonna put my face cam up here. You can see what I mean. Hold on. Look. Hold on. Look at that dude over there. Oh. And then look at that teacher
explaining about the paper he had assigned to us. No one was listening though, except for Samantha, the smartest kid in our class. Also my best friend. I smiled at her enthusiasm and followed the crowd outside towards our lockers. I stopped by my locker and was taking out books when I caught sight of the boy 3 lockers down from mine. It was Lucas, and I happened to have the biggest crush on him. In fact, I've been crushing on him.
See, look, listen. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm talking every single time people say they have the biggest crush, someone comes in and ruins that. I swear that's like.
But I hadn't told anyone about it. He was single at the moment, but all his ex-girlfriends had been cheerleaders. I was so not his type. Linda, are you staring at Lucas? Samantha came out of nowhere and startled me. No, not knowing what else to say.
See, this looks like some Animal Crossing face. Like, I like Animal Crossing. I like to play. And she's like, ooh. Okay, 52 seconds. I've been pausing.
My God, do you like him? Of course she does. She's always sneaking glances at him, my twin sister confirmed as she walked up to us. Even though we are twins, we look nothing alike. She and Samantha had an athletic build, and both are cheerleaders. It's through them that I get all the hot gossip in the school about who's dating who. I, on the other hand, don't have a single athletic bone in my body. I spend all of my time reading and making sure our school newspaper rocked. I realized that I was blushing, so
I bet she's probably been reading, like, Fortnite Guide, Easy, or like, how to beat the Ender Dragon with a wooden sword or something, you know, like those books without
walking towards the school gates, knowing well enough that they can't follow me since they had to rush to their practice. My sister arrived home late from practice, and she was a little weird. I asked, how was practice? And she replied, fine. This was so not normal. Usually, she'd go on and on about it for hours. I just shrugged it off to tiredness. The next day in school, after the second class, I saw Samantha and my sister talking, but as soon as they saw me, they changed the subject. All right, what's up with you two? You're acting shady. Well, promise you won't be mad.
Shuka Slim Shady.
Samantha said, looking sheepish. Oh my God, what did you two do? I asked. Listen, we know you have been crushing on Lucas for a while now, and
I told you, I told you at the start of this. I told you. Like, there's always gonna be something. There's always gonna be something ruining it.
And we know you'd never ever do anything about it. So we sort of wrote a note and passed it to him. Anonymously, of course. My sister finally blurted out. You did what? I asked, shocked. What did you write in the note? Don't overreact, okay? We might have mentioned that you like him, my sister answered, waiting for my reaction. As if on cue, someone shouted Lucas's name, and we all turned around to see him standing at his locker and staring straight at me. At that moment,
you can tell that he's like that. He's at that Fortnite, FIFA Pro. He's like, I'm gonna get some FIFA packs.
My heart was gonna jump out of my chest. I wanted to murder my sister and my best friend.
Oh my God! She's Herobrine! What the? Oh, no. No, don't. Who is?
Contemplating all the ways I can kill them when Lucas smiled at me and turned towards his friend.
Is that a tongue? What is it? No.
See, I told you it was going to be okay. Oh my God, Linda, he likes you too. My sister and best friend shrieked excitedly. Hush, shut up. You guys stop embarrassing me. So, what's the next move? Samantha asked. There's no next move, okay?
That girl. So, what's the next move? It's been like 3 minutes and I've probably been recording for like 11. How long? 5 minutes. You know, it's not too bad. I've only been interrupting for 2 minutes.
I'm getting late for class. Come on, don't be a coward. It's obvious he likes you too. Uh-huh. Right, I said, not convinced at all. I refuse to believe that a guy like him would like a girl like me. I wasn't pretty like his cheerleader girlfriends. I wasn't tall or blonde or skinny like them. I was a regular girl and had yet to learn how to do proper makeup. The next day, I avoided him. When the last bell rang, I hurried to the locker to dump my stuff and headed to the journalism room for our next meeting. I had almost reached the door when I heard him. Hey, Linda, right? Yeah. I turned around and almost choked on air. He was standing there looking at me with a faint smile, and I suddenly didn't know what to do with my hands or my eyes or even myself. I'm Lucas. I know, I blurted out and then instantly cringed. Why on earth am I so awkward in front of him? So I was wondering, since prom is just around the corner, would you like to go with me? He asked me to
Never mind. I thought something bad was gonna happen.
prom. Lucas,
I mean, we're only around 3 minutes in.
Yes, I screamed, then cleared my throat and looked at him. I mean, sure, that would be cool. Perfect, Lucas said, and whipped out his phone and snapped my picture, surprising me. He handed me his phone and asked for my number. I couldn't believe this was happening.
Lucas, listen. I bet sooner or later in this animation, you're going to cheat, or you're going to do something. You're going to be a horrible boyfriend. But this is called I hid in my basement for weeks after I googled myself.
Happening. Never in a million years did I think that I would go to prom with Lucas. The next morning, Lucas greeted me at my locker. There you go. A pretty flower for a pretty girl. He smiled at me and
just wanted to go to, I don't like purple, I like green.
Left for his first
pink
class. After lunch, I heard him call my name. Come on, I'll walk you to your next class. The next couple of days were some of the best of my life. Lucas would meet me at my locker every morning and give me a flower. He would walk me to classes and even sit with me during lunch. He was the sweetest. The day it rained, I was left without a ride. I was waiting in the parking lot when Lucas honked on his car. Come on, Linda, I'll give you a ride home.
I told you he's like the one of the sickest kids. He's like a winner in like a Fortnite Cup or something.
Together before he drove me home. Our friendship was growing each day, and the closer we got to prom, the more excited I got about it. However, no matter how good he was to me, I couldn't shake off this nagging doubt that he wasn't really interested in me. I was so not his type. But then, it could be my insecurities. My mom's always telling me to be proud of myself and to never undermine my skills.
You said you weren't tall. You said you weren't tall. This is clickbait. I'm just kidding. I'm still not so...
She always said I was beautiful. Then again, she was my mom. She wasn't exactly unbiased. The days leading up to the prom were like a whirlwind. My sister Samantha went shopping for our dresses. We bought accessories for it and planned to get ready all together. It was exciting and exhilarating, and I was so looking forward to it. Even at school, all anyone would ever think about is prom. We're all meeting up at my house and getting ready together, Samantha announced excitedly. Okay, I agreed, just as excitedly. Is that Lucas? I asked when I saw Lucas entering the cafeteria with the head cheerleader, who was also his ex-girlfriend. Queen bee of our school. No matter what she was,
I told you! What did I tell you? He's cheating on you, bro. Prom.
A model. Lucas was laughing at something she said, and she too was smiling, pleased with herself. Samantha and I were still looking up at them when she caught us staring. She started walking our way, and Samantha suddenly stood up. Hey.
This is so good. Oh, this is my thumbnail right here. Yeah.
Hey, Linda, I just remembered that the school counselor asked me to visit her during lunch, Samantha said, suddenly standing up. Okay, I replied. I watched Samantha leave, and just as I turned around, I felt something slick and wet on the front of my top. I looked down in horror as the red
It's all making sense now. But this is a basement type things. This is nothing to do with Googling yourself. I don't care, we'll watch
red
it.
spaghetti meatballs plastered itself on my clothes.
Spaghetti and
Whoops,
meatballs?
the head cheerleader said, as she
I love
delicately
spaghetti
set
and
the
meatballs.
tray
I
back
had
on the
that
lunch table and walked
a
away.
couple minutes
What
ago.
on earth? I said in shock.
Not a couple minutes
This
ago.
is the first time Queen Bee even looked in my direction. Why on earth would she bully me like this? Trying to calm down, I stood up and went to the bathroom. Ugh, I had sauce all over me. A moment later, someone
At least it's not blood.
knocked on the door. I went outside to see it was our school principal. Oh, my, Linda, she said, looking at my clothes. Go ahead and take a shower. I'll write you a pass. Who did this? I asked around, but no one would say. Excellent. The last thing I wanted was to be a tattletale. It was an accident, I said, and slipped away quickly before she could interrogate.
What is that walking? It looks like a... So I may just only like one type of animating.
After I left the showers, I continued with the rest of my classes. However, I couldn't help noticing that something was weird. Everyone was staring at me in a strange way. I looked around and saw my sister. Just as I was starting to walk towards her, she looked at me, closed her locker, and walked away. I looked around for Samantha, but couldn't find her anywhere. She wouldn't even pick up her phone. On my way back home, I couldn't stop thinking about everyone's strange behavior today. What on earth happened?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Had everyone treating me so strangely? I couldn't even concentrate on editing.
Hold on! She's on a red dress, she gets spaghetti, then she has to change to a shirt, and now she's back in that red dress. What?
Article one of the writers had submitted. Even though it was an interesting write-up about how none of us can ever hide from the world because of our digital footprints. With a huff, I closed my laptop and picked up my phone. How much of a digital footprint would I be leaving behind? I wondered out loud and Googled myself. I typed in my name.
This is where it
and
is.
Clicked images. The first few pictures were of other people named Linda around the world. Then there were a few of my own pictures from my social media accounts. Then there were some articles that I had written for the school. As I was scrolling down, one picture caught my attention, and when I looked closer, I gasped in surprise and shock. The picture was of me in the school's communal shower. It was of my back, but it was clearly me. I was posted.
Thank you for blurring that out. Thank you for blurring that out. That is... I would probably get demonetized for that.
On a site I didn't know about. What is this? I whispered, numb and shocked. I clicked the link and the site opened up. It was posted from an anonymous ID, so I couldn't tell who it was. I went down to read the comments, and I was horrified to read what each one...
My eyes, it burns! I don't know. I think this makes sense in America. I'm not sure. My eyes, it burn. Oh, she's a fatso. Hideous much? Question mark? Question mark? I hate these people.
One of them had written. All of them were about my size and how ugly I looked. I hadn't realized I was crying until I saw tears on my cell phone. But then it got worse. There was a particularly harsh comment fat-shaming me, and when I saw who it was, I felt myself shaking. It was Lucas. Not only was he fat-shaming me, but he also wrote, "She's delusional to think she's..."
I don't know if this is the real girl, but I think this is just like a storyteller. But for some reason, it feels like she's tearing up.
Going to prom with me. There was also a comment from the head cheerleader, Lucas's ex. She had tagged my twin sister and written, "Are you sure she's your sister? I think your mom brought the wrong child home." And my sister had replied, "I know, right?" I felt the floor giving out.
No! No, 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 I don't, no, please, just don't, Oh no, just one thing of taking a picture of her in a shower. The next thing, your boyfriend that's going to prom with you insulting you. But then your sister? Oof!
Out from under me. My own sister. I think, out of all the comments, this one hurt the most. I noticed something. Most of the comments were from students either in the school's football team or the cheerleading squad. This means Samantha knows of this too, and she didn't tell me, and she didn't stop them either. I had my insecurities, sure, but I had never thought of myself as ugly. However, to see so many people not only post a picture of me in such a vulnerable state, but also to state that I was ugly convinced me somehow that I must indeed be hideous.
You can't move
How am I
away from
ever
your
going
sister.
to face them again? How am I ever going to leave this house? Suddenly, my room felt too bright, too exposed. I ran out of my room and climbed down the basement. At first, I didn't cry. I was too much in shock and denial for that. Then came the waterworks. I don't think I ever cried this much in my entire life. I am not hungry, I yelled every time my mom brought me food. I don't want to talk. I cried whenever someone would try to ask me what was wrong. I hate you, I shouted when my sister tried to enter the basement. And then Samantha visited me. I'm sorry, Linda, please hear me out. I simply slammed the door on her face. I had realized that she was nothing but a coward and that she...
I had my, I already hate these people. I don't know how long.
Stand
this
up
is
to
probably
them.
like
Not
20
that I'm the one to talk, hiding in the basement for the past 3 days. Just the thought of Lucas laughing at me with his friends makes me want to hide under a rock forever. On the 7th day, my mom set her foot down and asked me to explain what happened. I told her everything and she listened quietly. When I was done, my mom hugged me tightly. You are not alone, honey. I'm here with you, and I'll support you no matter what, she said as she
What
kissed
about the
my
sister,
forehead.
man?
After
She should
being
get
betrayed
punished.
so blatantly by everyone else, to have my mom say that gave me strength, and I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulder. Also,
Golden
we are
Freddy,
not as helpless as you think we are, you know. There are laws against cyberbullying, and there are authorities in place to make sure the perpetrators don't get away with it. But Mom, there are so many of them. We don't even know who took the picture. We don't know, but your sister or Samantha might. It's my job to make sure they tell the truth. Just tell me when you're ready, Linda, and we'll take the next step. After Mom left, the feelings returned once again, but I know I'll have...
This animating is really good. It's just that I'm like,
to go to school sooner or later. Minutes after Mom left the basement, someone knocked on the door. I knew who it was even before my twin sister entered the basement. Leave me alone, I yelled at her. No, please
I shouldn't be laughing. No,
hear
I
me
can't
out,
break this
my
through.
sister cried. Her eyes were red from crying. So say what you
Red?
want to say and get out. There's nothing you can say that will make me forgive you. I know, Linda, I made a huge mistake. I was a coward and I couldn't go against her. She would have kicked me out of the team. But now I know that it shouldn't have mattered. Even though I was curious to know who was really involved in this disgusting act, I was angry at my sister, so I didn't reply. I know you deserve all your anger, but Linda, I can help you bring those bullies down. You cannot hide in here forever. Really? All of a sudden you've grown a spine and you have the audacity to judge me? It's not your picture
Oh, I
in
know.
the shower that everyone in the school is making fun of? I screamed. If we report them, no one would be laughing. Yeah, right. Like I have any proof of who did that. I snapped at her. Well, you might not, but we have. Samantha.
I think I might know who it is. I think it's the cheerleader. I don't think it's Lucas. It could be the... Just imagine it was his mom. Oh, just imagine. Oh, no, it can't. His school teacher. I got it. The school teacher. It has to be.
Then I couldn't stop our captain from posting your picture, but we did record her when she was planning it. She lifted her cell phone and recorded.
I was just... Well, I'm obviously
Things
wrong.
started playing. I looked at my sister in surprise and she smiled. Let's go. Where? To the school, dummy. We need to report them to the principal. School was already out by the time we got there. Welcome back, Linda. It's great to see you. Our school principal said with a big smile as soon as we entered her office. My mom had already called her earlier and explained everything to her. The principal looked at me kindly and asked me the same thing she asked me the last time I was in school. Who did it? We played the recording for her and she listened carefully. After it was finished, she
Get her expelled! Get that
called the
stupid
school
ex.
security and asked to see the tape outside the showers. We watched it all together as I could be seen entering the shower, and a few seconds later, one of the cheerleaders entered after me.
Oh,
She was the
cheerleaders!
same girl Lucas's ex had been talking to in the recording. The next morning, the site was taken down and my picture removed. We all moved into the school's gymnasium where our principal announced the suspension of all those who commented on the picture. And then she announced the expulsion of Lucas's ex and her friend. I watched Lucas look towards the principal in shock.
See, look. No one, absolutely no one, cares about you two and Lucas. At the start, I thought you would be a nice man. And you know, all girls.
And Lucas's ex crying loudly. I didn't feel happy at all. Only sorry for them. But I was glad I took a stand so that they never dare to repeat their actions.
And that was my story animated. Thank you all for watching today's video. How long was that? That's 21 minutes. That's still pretty good. Thank you all for watching. Well done. You've made it through all the video. Well done. Subscribe for free cookies.